morning. It's late at night. It's January 5th, 2009. Today I'm going to do a video about um, the top 10 reasons why you should buy silver and why you should hold on to your silver. I'm doing this because when I first got into this gold and silver, I wasn't sure 100%. There were days that I wasn't 100% sure of my investment, even though I knew all the reasons for buying it. There were some days I just didn't. I felt like, is this? Am I making the right choice? Is this the right thing to do? And then I go over the list of things that are going on with the currency and so forth, and it helps me feel better. So I'm going to go over this list that I've compiled, and I haven't put them in too much of any particular order, but here, let me go over them. One is silver is not a fraud, right? The dollar is a fraud. The dollar is just a promise to pay more dollars. Right? I mean, if you want to create dollars, all you have to do is head down to your bank, sign on the dotted line for a loan, and voila, you've created some dollars. In order for someone to create this bar of silver, they have to mine it, melt it, and place it into a mold, and let it cool, and do all this work to produce this bar of silver. So you have real value here. Whilst there's no work involved to create this, you just signed your name on the dotted line. You created some dollars. And I'm going to do another video on an interesting thing that I've realized about the U.S. dollars in my next video. Number two, silver is more rare than gold above ground. I created some links. I placed them up on the side. If you just click more info on the side there, and you'll see the links to the resources on describing how silver is more rare than gold above ground. So there's more gold than there is silver above ground, and eventually the market's going to figure that out, and it's going to explode. So hang on to your silver. Third, banks are shorting silver like they never done before. I mean, we have there's the banks of short silver 98.7% of the short commercial short contracts are held by banks, right? I've done another previous video on that, and you should check it out. Number four, the Federal Reserve is printing money like they never have done before. I mean, I've done some videos on that, and I mean, the money supply has just gone through the roof. It was a steady increase until September. Everything exploded. The money supply just exploded from that point on. Let's see here. Number five, the U.S. government is $10 trillion into debt and has $66 trillion of unfunded liabilities. That means money that they've got to pay out in the future. They haven't even saved that in some sort of form of asset or anything like that. They just have a whole bunch of IOUs in the vault, saying that we're gonna borrow 66 trillion when it comes to it, and pay off those liabilities. Yeah, okay. Number six, Obama plans to print more money than Bush ever did. As you know, he wants to create 2.5 million jobs. He wants to build bridges, fix up infrastructure, and all that's great and all. However, the problem is government has no money, right? It can only take money from someone else, whether they take it via taxation or they print money and dilute this. They're still taking it from someone else. If they borrow it from the actual stock of money, they are preventing some other business from borrowing the money and crushing another business. So really, it's not a good thing for a government to go off in a spending spree that actually cause depression, not prevent one. So so and then obviously, I mean, who's going to lend them the money and the resources? I mean, the Japanese, the Chinese, they're tapped out. Anyways, number seven, bank derivatives are on the books are will explode, and like the housing bubble did, and the only way to pay for that is via the printing press. I mean, J.P. Morgan alone is 100 trillion in derivatives. What that is there's derivatives are multiple types of derivatives are out there, like credit default swaps and stuff like that. But I know those things are like still doesn't make any sense to you. But let me just put it simple then for you. If you head over to your bank and purchase a silver certificate, you just purchased a derivative. The bank doesn't. The bank takes the money, doesn't buy any silver for you. It it just owes you the money based on the price of silver. So it's derived. The value of that certificate that you get from the bank is derived from the value of silver on the COMEX. So that's a derivative. I know it's freaky. Yeah, they basically it's just they owe you that money, and they don't really have any asset to back it up. Frightening picture, I know, but this is the way the banks have worked. Anyways, moving on to number eight, silver has been used as money for over 5,000 years, and I see a future that we will be using silver as well as gold for money. There's no way around it. Who's going to trust the dollars again? One if it does get to hyperinflation. Um, Number nine, silver has been manipulated for so long, and once something becomes manipulated for so long, it's just like pushing a beach ball down 30,000 feet into water. It's just going to shoot all the way up to the top, and it's gonna go to the moon, basically. Um, and number 10, once you buy silver, you have an asset and not a paper promise that can go to zero. This is real, folks. Hang on to real things. If you don't want silver, you don't want gold, choose something real. Um, don't choose the dollar, because this is nothing. This is printed, and not even printed anymore as much as just okay. I'm gonna punch it into a computer. Let's see here. Hank Paulson, you need 700 billion dollars. Sure, let me just punch that out for you, and that's it. They've created the money. There's no paper dollars, anything. It's just done. Poof, it's in the air, and the banks take their money and spend it whatever way they want, um, mostly to close up the hole in their balance sheet, uh, which if you look at the Federal Reserve site, the federal the borrowings for the reserves on the banks, the amount of money that they have cash on hand in order to pay your deposit, is in the negatives, and it's been in the negatives since December of '07, and it's now after the bailout, it's been going, it's going up, but it's still in the negatives. It's just been not been going down further. It's been going up because obviously they've gotten the bailout money. They haven't gotten the full $700 billion bailout, but that's clearing up their balance sheet. But the Armageddon of the option arms is coming, and it's going to hit their balance sheet just as hard if the derivatives don't explode first. So the banks are screwed in every which way they look at it. So the best choice for them is for a major devaluation of the dollar and hyperinflation to help them out.